Oh Lord, Lord, Lord. Um, Basketball wives. I don't know where else can you guys go in terms of the show? Each week it's like the same thing over and over. I'm not getting anything from these ladies. I am so sorry. It's no longer entertaining. It's not entertaining. It's the same thing repeating itself. I saw something on Twitter where someone was commented on one of the videos, and I think it was another dinner. And the person rightfully asked if this is all that they do because it seems each week it's always some dinner and some issue. And it's the same thing I get when I'm watching this show, where each week I'm not learning anything new. It's the same repeated arguments, the same. I don't know. It just does not. There is no growth. There is no end point because we are on pretty much, I'm assuming, the last parts of the season. And we allegedly heard that there's not going to be a reunion for this season. Maybe there's going to be split in two parts. So maybe they'll do the reunion at the second part. But it's like, what is the issue? Why these ladies cannot comprehend? Are they that stuck in a bubble of reality TV that they are so their mindset is very confused? And that's something that I'm realizing watching this show, especially last night's episode. It's like, what can you not get with Jackie not wanting to air out her family on TV? And Chantel keeps pushing and pushing for Jackie to give her a reaction, and we see that will happen next week. But I cannot necessarily feel sorry for Chantel because I feel like you sit there and have these ladies who care zero for your mom air out dirty laundry or call her all sorts of names, and you're just sitting there as a daughter. I don't care what trauma you endured in your childhood, and I don't care. And the reason why I don't care is because if it was so traumatic, and I'm not downplaying her whatever trauma she has, you would not have joined a show that your mom is on for how many years. And clearly, when people think of basketball wives, her name is one name that we remember. You will not join a show and then at the same time be like, you cannot be around your mom, because I'm not thinking anyone held you under your will for you to join the show. So it's confusing to me, and I'm sure the rest of the viewers, where you don't want to be around your mom. You're so traumatized with your mom's behavior, whatever the case. I would, if I was in a situation like that, I wouldn't even want to be on a show because I know what the show comes with me filming on a show, especially with someone who I don't necessarily care for. I wouldn't want to film on a show because I know I would have to be put in situations where I have to be around this person. And if you're so traumatized and you're so annoyed and so whatever with your mom, why would you join a television show that she's on? It does not make sense to me. And I don't know what universe it makes sense to Chantel when she decided to join the show, but it doesn't make sense to me. Like, why are you joining a television show with your mom that you have such issues with, but then you're on the show and you don't want to be around her, and you're having these ladies who care zero for her discuss or say negative stuff towards her, and you're just sitting there as a daughter, and I'm just so confused by it. Brittany, I'm not even going by ordering this episode because at the end of the day, it's the same bullshit each week. Brittany, again, you have mom issues and you need to take out those mom issues on someone else. And you love to talk about Brandy knows who to pick and bark and bite at. You're the same, because at that dinner in the last scene, you sat there with this thing wrapped around your face. And I'm so sorry. whoever is a Muslim or whatever, I'm not trying to disrespect your religion, but I don't feel like Britney is necessarily actually taking this shit serious. And each time, it's like I feel like she wears this thing as a fashion statement at this point. Because one minute your head is covered, and then you came to this dinner, and then you decide to cover up the entire of your face. Like you're trying to come off as if, like, look at me, feel sorry for me. I'm on a new journey and a new path. And Evelyn, and I believe Brandy called it out, where you're on this supposed spiritual journey and you pick and choose when you want to be on the journey. Like one minute you are so spiritual and whatever, next minute you're pretty much the previous Britney that we got in the previous season. I don't know what it is that you're trying to bring off, but your energy is very negative. And for someone who is supposedly on a spiritual journey, you do not give positive energy at any points throughout the season that I've watched. You always have something negative to say, and you just cannot wait to be rude. And then it moves on to Denise. You, for the life of you, do not have a storyline, have nothing going for yourself. So you pretty much need to chime in on everyone's situation. And at the same time, you feel as if like persons are supposed to be afraid of you for what reason, I don't know. And I'm glad that Evelyn put her in her place. And you're still trying to feel like you could buck with Evelyn. And I'm sure you don't really want to go there with Evelyn. I don't know who put a battery in your back when you were trying to go back and forth with Evelyn, but you do not want to go back and forth with her. And I heard that she's younger than the rest of them. Maybe that's why her brain, she doesn't think for herself. But I do not, for the life of me, understand the reason for Denise. And I don't even think Denise herself knows the reason for her being there, because she is just blending into the scene and then trying to make herself happen by including herself in everyone's drama or issue. And for me, it's not working. I am just turned off by Denise. Like every time she opens her mouth, it's not something I'm interested in hearing what she has to say, because I feel as if like whatever she's saying, it's not her own thoughts. It's like either Chantel gave her that thought or Brittany gave her that thought, not her own. Now, Jackie, I've been writing for you each season and also each episode this season as well. What turned me off with Jackie, and if this is really Jackie being serious or she was just joking and it just was relayed back seriously, you wanting to have a conversation with your daughter on your talk show or on YouTube is ridiculous. And if I was your child, as well as Evelyn, I believe, said, I would feel disrespected and disgusted. That is something you didn't want to have a conversation on camera, which you're getting paid for, but you don't want to do it on TV. I would not say something, whether if it was a joke or not, I would not say something like that to say that the only way we'll have a conversation with her is if I'm on a YouTube channel or my talk show. I That did not sit well with me, and I must be honest, I could then somewhat feel what Chantel is feeling, but I'm still not on Chantel's side. I'm not picking a side. I know they were doing this both thing where everybody were picking sides, and if I was in that scene, I would be like, yeah, I'm not doing that shit. We on a show together. We all know we have to film together. I'm not doing this voting someone off the island and everybody's trying to pick sides, because they do this every season. They're trying to get Jackie off the show for whatever reason. And if Jackie's off the show, if Jackie decides not to come back to the show, you guys have nothing else to discuss. So I don't know why each season you think it's something needed for you guys to get Jackie off the show or expose Jackie or whatever it is. At the end of the day, you need Jackie for ratings, you need Jackie for the entertainment. So I don't know why you guys are trying to fight your only entertainment piece. Jackie, though, I did not like that what you said. I was shocked by it. And then the whole comment about grandparents' rights, all of that, I would have just, Jackie, you were playing it cool and kumbaya throughout the season. And I was saying, I understand where she's coming from. She doesn't want to air out her dirty laundry of her family on television. Obviously, that is Chantel's MO. So she did not sign up. Jackie did not sign up for that. She signed up. Yes, her daughter will be on the show. Maybe that will get them a bit more closer or whatever. Chantel clearly had different motives coming onto the show. She wants to come on the show, air out her mom's dirty laundry. She wants it to be feel like everybody's going to be on her side because they rate, for whatever reason, she knows that the persons on cast do not like her mom. So she felt like, okay, let me come on and just try to get everybody on my side. And then that way we'll get Jackie off the show. And then the big three will run the show. And I'm so sorry, that will never happen because each season of Basketball Wives, they rotate these casts. Well, some of them like clockwork. So this big three by next season, that big three, I'm more can believe either Denise won't come back or they will get rid of Denise. Brittany, on the other hand, she more likely won't come back because each time she comes on television, she acts like she doesn't want to be there, but yet she's signing the contract to come back on TV. I don't get her mindset. But the episode was very the same. They're trying to get a conversation with Jackie and Chantel. Brittany feels like she's Queen Bee or she is the security armed force of the entire show or group. We have Denise who's just there sitting, nodding, trying to respond and trying to make herself relevant. Brandy, Brandy, on the other hand, I am enjoying Brandy, but Jackie, you have to sometimes give Brandy some leeway because she's trying with you and it's like you keep pushing her away. And when you push someone away, it's like you're basically pushing them over to the other side. And you doing stuff like that is basically like you're pushing her over to the other side. So, Jackie, you don't want to be on an island by yourself. So, this pushing away Brandy for whatever reason does not make sense to me. Now, Ty and Ming, their situation is something I don't care for as well. I'm glad we don't really spend much of the season talking much about it. But again, it's to the detriment of we having to constantly hear about Jackie and Chantel. The Ty and Ming situation, Ming to me just seems like a very confused girl. It seems like also I heard that she was trying to be on Housewives of Atlanta. And every time I'm watching her on Basketball Wives, I'm trying to understand if she was on Housewives, what energy would she bring? Because Basketball Wives really seems like her lane. And maybe that's why they passed on her for Housewives because her energy does not give me housewife. Now, her confusion of 1 minute she has a relationship, 1 minute she's dating, now she has someone's name tattooed on her. She's confusing the fuck out of me. And her trying to be peacemaker and trying to get the group together, but yet you're not necessarily trying to repair or whatever the situation with you and Ty. It's like, why are you here? Because I don't see what the issue is between you and Ty. I still have no full understanding as to how they met, and maybe they shared it and I just really forgot how they met, why the relationship ended, why is it that we're still doing this back and forth with each other. I'm still not getting to the root of it. It's just always the little droplets of information, either from Ty or from Ming, but we're not getting anything more. And I think this is where the producers need to focus more on. But clearly, they have an agenda to just have the mom and daughter pit against each other. And I don't know what entertainment they get out of that. But we need to get more details into this Ming and Tai situation because it seems very confusing. And if I'm confused, I'm sure other persons are confused. So we need to get more understanding as to what is going on here. Like, what is the situation here? Why did the relationship end? Why did Tai cheat? Like, I don't know anything at all about this relationship other than that they used to date or they used to be in a relationship or it didn't work out and they sometimes have sex and they sometimes chill as friends. I don't know anything more going on with this situation. But that is the actual episode. I'm trying to think if I missed anything. Not really, other than Chantel. Chantel, you just need to go. You need to go somewhere, and where you need to go first is a therapy office. You need to go work out your issues with either your mom in the room as well or just one on one with a therapist because I find it very ridiculous that your child's grandmother, you felt like the right approach is to come on TV to expose. And no one is downplaying whatever issues you have gone through in your childhood or anything like that. But I don't think coming on TV to do it was the right way. And the way you're pretending as if like it is the right way and the audience will be on your side doesn't seem that way, sweetie. But let me know, guys, in the comment section your thoughts were on the episode. Do you think each episode is just repeat of the same thing? They do one activity, then there's dinner, and then there's another activity, and then there's dinner, and then it's just that's the episode, not learning anything more. Let me know, guys, in the comment section your thoughts are on that. Remember, guys, to like the video and to subscribe to the channel, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. Bye, y'all.